everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, a whole new layout and setups going on. So to get into this video, I'm going to do a product review on these two powders. This is the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder and this is the Ben Nye Topaz Translucent Powder. A couple of my friends and a few family members have mentioned that they actually want me to do a review because I always tend to use this and then sometimes I will use this. So I just thought that because I have used these products long enough, I can actually give you my true opinions of what I think about these products. If you want to see how I feel about these products, stay tuned and let's get right into this video. Okay, so just to save time, I already done my eyebrows and my eye look makeup. I just kept it really simple, like a brown smoky eye look. So onto the face, I already primed my face with the matte prep and prime, and I colour corrected around my mouth area and my under eyes with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Orange Corrector. And I also used a bit of my matte prolong wear concealer, but this is in the shade NW45, which is actually my foundation shade, and I just used a bit on my cheek area. My foundation today, I'm actually going to use my MAC Prolong Wear foundation in the NW45. Now I don't really use this, to be honest. Okay, that was a bit too much, but I thought just to try again. I used to be in love with this foundation, but now I'm a bit iffy, so I'm just going to use my Morphe E6 brush and then I'm just going to go over that with my damp beauty blender. So now all my foundation is applied, I'm now going to conceal. So today I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Fawn, and I'm going to apply this in all the areas where I want to highlight as per usual, and then blend it out with my damp beauty blender. So now I'm going to contour. I'm going to use the Sleek Contour and Highlighter palette, and this is in the shade Dark. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques sculpting brush, which looks like this. It's quite dense and thick, so I'm just going to see how it works as a contour brush, and apply that in the hollows of my cheeks and also the perimeter of my face. Yeah, I'm going to blend it out with my Morphe E2 brush, only because obviously where this brush is very dense, it's picked up a lot of product and I want it to be all rounded. I don't want my contour to look harsh, if that makes sense. Okay, so now for the setting powders. Now with Black Opal, I got a shade medium and I've got the shade light. Now usually I use the medium. Recently I have been leaning towards the light. I tried it and I thought it looked okay, so I've just been practicing and it still turns out to be fine. But obviously the main purpose of this video is to review the Black Opal Deluxe Finishing Powder and the Ben Nye powder in the shade Topaz. Now reasons why I picked Topaz is because with banana sometimes I think it's a bit too harsh, or it just takes a lot of blending to do, where with Topaz it's got that nice yellowy undertones, and especially because I've got like blue cold undertones, I need a bit of a beige yellow just to bring that the warmth back to my face, and obviously reasons why I've got the Black Opal in the shade medium. So in colour wise they're pretty much the same. I would probably say that Ben Nye is more golden yellow, where Black Opal is more of a beige yellow. So I would say Black Opal is more between the Sasha Buttercup and this in terms of colour. Now I do like both of these products. Now I am a type of person, I do like to bake. Sometimes if I'm going for an easy quick look, I would just like dab it on my face and literally wipe straight away, but most of the time if I'm looking for a glam look I will usually bake. So I'm just going to get a dry latex sponge which looks like this, and I'm just going to apply the Black Opal one first. Okay, and now I'm going to apply Ben Nye Topaz, and I'm just going to flip the sponge on the other clean side and apply it on my right hand side. So now I've applied both of the powders, so hopefully you lot can see with the whole new lighting situation, but pretty much the colour is very similar. So this is more like a deeper yellow and this is actually more of a beige yellow. You probably can't really see it on camera, but in person you probably see more of a difference. I've got really fine lines under my eye area, and the main purpose of a Deluxe finishing powder or any setting powder is actually setting my concealer and preventing it from creasing, and also to get rid of like that deep set under eye look as well. So because I've got really fine lines, I need to lean towards a powder that don't enhance of my concealer or my foundation creasing in that area. With the black Opal, my experience is more thicker. Now I don't mean thicker as in texture, but for some reason it doesn't actually sink into my pores and my lines, where the Benign Topaz slightly does. That's the only thing with me. I'm not saying that everyone goes through that experience, but that is what I experienced with the both of the powders, which I can obviously see a difference. I'm just going to do the rest of my face and show you the results. Okay, so this is the end and the final look, which I hope you like. Just quick and easy, but the main focus are these two products. There's not really a major difference between the two products, but I can see the differences, if that makes sense. So to be honest, out of the two, I would definitely say Black Opal is my favourite powder for numerous reasons. One, the price is much cheaper than the Benign Topaz. I have purchased both of these off eBay, and I think this one was about £26 including post and packaging, and this was about £10 including post and packaging. I also prefer the colour, because even though this is a golden yellow tone, because this is more of a beige yellow tone, it gives me that nice highlight effect, but it's not too harsh and it's very subtle on my skin tone, so I prefer this colour than to the Topaz. Also, I really like the container because it's very useful and handy, especially when you go travelling. You can obviously, you know, apply your sponge directly from the container, where with this you have to pour it onto like a piece of tissue or service, then apply the product on your face, and it can just get a little bit messy. I would say overall this is probably my favourite powder, and the main important thing is that this actually covers my pores and my fine lines and don't set into them, where with the Benign Topaz, after a while it tends to set in my fine lines and my pores, and obviously I'm not really going for that look. So I have been using these products for quite a while, so I just thought to express my thoughts and opinions about them. But overall they are good products, but I'm just saying that this is more of my favourite. So I hope this video was very useful for anyone that's looking into translucent powders, especially for women of colour or dark skin like myself. Like I said, these products perform this way on my skin type, so I'm not saying that it's going to perform the same way on your skin type, but I just hope that this is useful for anyone out there as well. So if you did like this video, make sure you thumbs up, and as per usual I will make sure I will list all the products that I have mentioned or haven't mentioned in the description box below, so make sure you do check that out, and I will see you lot in my next video. Bye guys.